What's up, Wolfpack? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. It's actually something I've wanted to do for a little while now, because I've been doing it for fun on my own, but I decided, you know what? Let's make it a video. You know, it's a fun, different little project for myself, and it celebrates two things. I am celebrating, like I said, two things. First of all, CASTOFF, which is a webcomic that I like, and it's, what, the 11th? What do I call it? 11th anniversary? 11th birthday? Well, basically, it's been going on for about 11 years now. And I've only just kind of become a fan recently because I was looking up videos to help with my own project, The Wild Guardians. And then I came across a couple of videos like, oh, how to make people care about your original OCs and what not to do about, what to do and what not to do about webcomics. And the person who did those videos had their own webcomic called CASTOFF, and I decided to give it a read, and I liked it. It's a good adventure. You know, there's nothing, you know, I can't say anything bad about it so far. So I decided to do a little something that I always do for my own characters or my friends' characters, and that is fantasy voice casting, because I love voice actors. I am a voice actor. So it's just something I've wanted to do for a while, and I've done it privately on my own for, like I said, other people's characters and my own characters. This time, I'm going to do it for CASTOFF, you know, to help celebrate their 11th year. I'm just going to leave it at that, the 11th year. So, before we get any further, what's CASTOFF? Boop. So, CASTOFF is a webcomic. After getting kidnapped and dragged halfway across the world, Scaredy Cat Vector finds himself in a long, long way from home. He's on a long, long way from home. That's an old song. Now, with the help of a short-tempered bounty hunter, a happy-go-lucky cartographer, and many more unlikely friends, he has to try to make it home in one piece. Yeah. Okay, no more. I'm sorry. CASTOFF began April 2015 and updates every Monday and Friday. The comic is rated PG-13 for language, violence, and blood. The creator is Star Prichard, an artist from Austin, graduated in Savannah College. Art and animation design with a BFA in animation and minor in storyboarding. She now draws comics a lot, likes lobster, glitter, and glowy stuff. Oh, that's neat. So, for this video, you're gonna have to forgive me, I'm doing it extemporaneously. I don't have a script. For this video, For this video, I decided to do some fantasy casting of my own for each of the characters, and just, you know, each of the main characters. We're only doing the good guys, and Star, years ago, did her own headcanons for the characters' voices. Now, excuse me, she has admitted in a recent video that she doesn't really know actors very well. She doesn't remember them. She doesn't memorize them. Pretty much the way I am with musicians. Like, I like songs and I like albums and I like bands, but I'm not gonna, you know, pry into each individual member of said band. But that's the way she is with actors. So, as a voice actor myself and a voice actor aficionado and a huge fan, I decided, let me give it a try. Fantasy casting, fantasy voice directing. And now for the main characters. Now, we're only going to do the main five, the five-man band. Vector, Ariana, Frankie, Marina, and Rory. I'm going to talk a little bit of why I picked what I did and go through my process. Now, when I do fantasy casting for my friends, I usually go with 3 picks. One, the first pick is their pick. You know, the first actor that comes to mind when it's like, hey, what should I do for this character? The second pick is my personal pick, how I interpret the character and what I personally think would work. So the first pick kind of gives me an idea, something to bounce off of, unless I have my own headcanon. Usually I do a third pick called the wild card pick, which is just a Hail Mary shot in the dark. No idea if it's going to work or not. Let's hope it does. If it doesn't, it was expected. Now, I actually didn't have a lot of wild card picks for this round of characters. I only had one. But I did have an extra pick for a few of the characters. So usually I have 3 picks for a character, and then I talk to my friends about it. 3 picks for a character. They pick their favorite actor. I make a case for all of them, and we see who gets the final choice. But like I said, these are all non-voice characters, usually with OCs or webcomics or personal projects, that sort of thing, where they don't have a voice, so it's all just for fun. So if you disagree, fine. I kind of don't care. But if you agree, hey, that's cool too. You know, either way. Like I said, this is all for fun, silly nonsense stuff. But if CASTOFF were to ever be animated, you know, we have a little reference point to go with. But anyway, let's get started. Now, another disclaimer, I am going to go with voice actors that I know of. I love voice actors, I love cartoons, anime, video games, all that good stuff. However, like everyone else, they have their biases, I have mine, and mine are actors who were primarily working during the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. I know the past couple of years a new crop of voice actors have come out, but I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan, especially in the anime scene. I mean, I'm sure there's a few good actors out there, and there's a few that I'm big fans of, but I'm just gonna go with who I know and like. That out of the way, let's start with Vector. Yeah, hell yeah. Haha, Kite Man, hell yeah. Now, for Vector, he's the main character of the group. He's the main character of the webcomic, Vector Jacobs. He's like this shy, timid little kid. You know, well, not little kid, but he's a shy kid. I think I have the character page somewhere here. Characters, okay. Yeah, Vector's around 15. He's a shy boy with glowing yellow eyes and unknown origins, has powerful magical abilities but can't control them, and doesn't entirely understand how they work. He's nicknamed Twitchy by Ariana. Now, Star has said before that she kind of wants a sort of breathy, really timid voice for these characters. For Vector, I mean. And in her original video, she actually referenced Yuri Lowenthal. And that, excellent pick. Yuri Lowenthal is a great actor. He can do the age range of adult and a younger kid. And he mostly broke in first for voice acting for anime. Then he went on to video games and cartoons. You probably mostly know him as Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. Then he also did older Teen Ben in Ben 10 and Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Not only the PS4 game, but in different iterations as well. He's basically tied up there with Christopher Daniel Barnes and Josh Keaton as the guys who's been Peter Parker the most. So there's that. And we're going to take a quick look at her. I'm not sure which anime she picked this from, because it does sound like it's from an anime. I'm not sure which anime she picked this from, but we're going to take a quick listen to that first reference.
Now what? You have all the info, but where do you start? I'll figure something out. Sorry I left you out there. I should have helped you sort them out. Those two are always going for each other's throats. Sorry for being selfish again. But if I didn't risk my life, it wouldn't be fair, would it? She's the kindest person I know, so I'm pretty sure she'll forgive me for doing it. Well, I'm ready. Nothing, I mean it. You act more human than most humans. That's why you're so kind. And that's why I worry.
That was pretty good. Yuri Lowenthal is a solid pick. There's nothing wrong with that. However, this is my video, so the second pick is mine. And my second pick was actually Johnny Young Bosch, because Yuri Lowenthal is good. He's great. However, I think Johnny Young Bosch can sort of get that breathy, kind of sad feel that Star is looking for a little bit easier. And not only that, Vector looks different from everyone else, so I want him to sound different from everyone else. And Johnny and Bosch does have that distinct voice that has like a texture to it. I know a lot of Filipino voice actors kind of have that feel, with Dante Bosco also having that sort of earthy texture to their voice, and it's really cool, and it really makes them stand out in a cast. For the reference that I picked to reference his performance, I think I actually went through a compilation video and just picked out what the younger characters. So take a listen.
I won't hide my feelings. I can't help myself. Even if she shuns me or hates me, I'm going to protect Rachel. The answers aren't at the top of the tower. The answers. I'll find them. I'm the one who... I'll decide what they are. And to do that, I won't stop till I've climbed it. At long last, it's out! Finalizing quest! This is gonna be beyond epic! I gave them the wrong bill! I seem to be just a tiny bit short. So then...
Now, for Vector, I did have one more pick. Just one more pick for Vector's voice, and that was Zeno Robinson. Now, I kept going back and forth of whether Zeno Robinson should voice Vector or Frankie. Ultimately, I went with Vector, because his performance as Hunter in the Owl House really does have like that trauma, little scared kid vibe, and I really thought it would fit one of the characters. But like I said, Hunter is a younger character, as opposed to like when he gets deeper for, say, Hawks from My Hero Academia. So Vector with Hunter's voice from the Owl House, I thought was a good fit. I'm still 70% sure about that, but my first pick is still Johnny and Bosch. But with that out of the way, let's take a look at Zeno Robinson as Vector.
It's hard when you can't trust yourself. I spent my whole life believing I was doing something good for someone good. But it was a lie. And some part of me still wants to believe in that lie. Just like you want to believe you're dumb or whatever. But it's not true. I promise I wouldn't mess with you. Now, how did that breathing thing go again?
So, those are the three picks for Vector's fantasy voice cast, either Yuri Lowenthal, which was Star's pick, or my other two picks, Johnny and Bosch and Zeno Robinson. Go ahead and leave your favorite in the comment below, or if you have a completely separate pick, just let me know and maybe I'll take a look at that. Now for the next character is actually my favorite character, Ariana. Now let's take a look at her character page. Ariana, a mage and bounty hunter with a blunt personality, favors actions over words. You won't like her when she's angry, and that's her secret, Cap. She's always angry. Now, Ariana's my favorite character, and she's also very similar to a character I made, my main character for the Wild Guardians, Ember. So I kind of just went back to my picks for fantasy voice cast for Ember. However, Star's first pick for Ariana's voice was actually Laura Bailey. And Laura Bailey's a great choice. But she said the performance that she referenced was Abby from The Last of Us 2, which I have never played or even watched on YouTube. And I didn't want to watch because I heard what happened in The Last of Us 2 and I was like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this game. And I don't think that's what Star referenced in her earlier video when she was picking Laura Bailey. I'm 90% sure it's from an anime because, again, Laura Bailey is another one of those voice actors who actually started voice acting in Texas. Yo, fellow Texans, what's up? She started voice acting in Texas for Funimation, and then after doing a bunch of anime, moved to Los Angeles to do cartoons and video games. And I remember in one of the other videos saying that Star wanted Ariana to have that lower register, that slight deepness to her voice. So from the 3 picks that I had for Ember, I immediately crossed out Sarah Ann Williams, because Sarah Ann Williams, who is the actress who did the voice of Tifa in Final Fantasy VII Abridged for Team 4-Star, it has that higher pitch. She has that higher register. Now, I haven't gone back to see her other roles, so I don't know if she can do a deeper voice, or she probably can. I don't know if she has. So I couldn't reference that. So instead, I went with the other 2 picks. So we're going to listen to Laura Bailey first. This is Star's pick for Ariana, and then we'll go to my picks.
This should be fun. Sorry. Come on. How about this? Start it. Your turn. Now. Let's do it. I'm on it.
It was. I just wanted to make sure you needed me before I accepted your invite. And of course you do. No surprise.
Keeping my distance for now, but it looks like the call I got wasn't a mistake.
We'll go down fighting, but make no mistake. We're being set up to fail.
We can't count on you.
I'm going with you. I don't care what you 2 think. And besides, someone has to make sure you won't run away. I'm coming.
You'll die.
I don't care.
Okay, my other 2 picks for Ariana and my character Ember, because they're so similar, are Rena Palencia and Erica Lindbeck. Now, Erica Lindbeck, you all are probably familiar with already as the voice of Luna in Hell of a Boss, and that's the performance I'm referencing too. She just has that kind of angry, cool girl, big sis kind of feel, where she's angry all the time. She looks like she doesn't care, but she actually secretly does deep down inside. And Erica Lindbeck can really pull it off because she's a really great actress. And the funny thing is, Erica Lindbeck, her vocal range is not that wide, but she's such a good actress that she can believably play, I want to talk for a living. She can believably play multiple different types of archetypes. For example, Erica Lindbeck is Luna in Hell of a Boss, but she's also Futaba Sakura, a freaking nerdy girl in Persona 5, and she's the cool twin from the Owl House, Emira. 3 very different characters. The voices are really not that different, but she's that good of an actress that she can pull it off.
Come on, let's find the dumbass twins. I think so. Fuck, this looks intense. How are we gonna get in?
Damn, you're pretty agile for an old lady.
I am a people person! If I'm so terrible, how about you just grow a pair and replace me?
Find ya? We were already following our dumbass boss to make sure into our neighborhood after the ass-kicking you. Interesting. Oh, look, someone whose job it is to listen to you. No, fast forward to who killed you. Saying, go start real, lady. Fuck. I'm fucking trying!
And then finally, my other pick is Brina Palencia. Now, Brina Palencia also has that slightly deeper register, that lower kind of tone, but still sounds young. And she also was one of my favorite voice actors for like the longest time. And then I met her at a convention and she was really standoffish to me, and that kind of soured everything. But that doesn't take away from the fact that she's still super good, amazing actress. You all probably know her best as, well, Tony Chopper in the English dub of One Piece. But my favorite roles from her are Holo from Spice and Wolf, because hey, Wolfie boy, and Okami-san, which also means wolf. Yay! Ryoko Okami and Okami-san and her 7 companions. And that's the performance I'm referencing here, that I think would fit Ariana.
Oh, great. Do you want to tell me what's wrong? Come on, spit it out already. That's sweet, I guess, but dating is not really my thing at all, so excuse me. Okay, fine! Let go of me and I'll give you a chance! So tell me, kid, what exactly is it that you love about me? Go back to the office, Ryoshi. You need to hurry. You're only gonna get in my way here. Against this many people, you won't be able to shield me from much. Now's your chance. Go.
What? No way!
Get out of here now! Go to hell! You'll pay for this! Let me go, you son of a bitch!
So, those are it. Those are my 3 picks for Ariana. I got Laura Bailey, which is Star's pick, and my 2 picks, which are Erica Lindbeck and Brina Palencia. Now, let's move on to everyone else's favorite character, Frankie! Hey, it's Frankie! Frankie, also 15, even though he's so much taller than Vector. An upbeat cartographer with an excellent sense of direction. Energetic and quick to make friends. Hates water, nicknamed Eye Patch by Ariana. Now, Frankie, according to Star, is one of those golden retriever, shiny, bright, everyone's best friend kind of character. You know, everyone's friend. And she only had one reference for who she thought could voice him. Sam Riegel. Didn't say anything else, no other descriptions, just Sam Riegel.
Drat. Sorry. Help! Look out! Little help here! Yes, yes, yes! I've got a bad feeling. Sure you're not forgetting something? You gotta learn to keep cool under pressure. I guess. Well, look at that.
Don't worry about those guys. So this is what my town looks like from far away, huh? Wow. From way up here, it actually looks really beautiful. The reality isn't nearly as peaceful. But I guess this is how you see it all the time, huh? Wow. I gotta admit, it's not too shabby.
Here's the thing. There are very, very few voice actors that I dislike. And I'm just not the biggest Sam Riegel fan. I'm sorry, like, he played Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in games. And me and a lot of the Spider-Man community agree that he was probably one of the not as good Peter Parkers. And that kind of soured it for me for the longest time. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a great guy. He's a good actor. Makes more money than I do. So I guess that means he's better, but just not for me. So I really had to just find someone else who I thought could really pull off that big, sunshiny, golden retriever personality, brightens up a room, everyone's best friend sort of energy. And I picked James Arnold Taylor. I know, calm down. Don't turn off, don't put the dislike button just yet, don't unsubscribe or whatever. Just settle down, just calm down. James Arnold Taylor gets a lot of flack for playing characters like Johnny Test or Tidus from Final Fantasy X. But hey, if you look at the rest of his resume, you would know he is a great voice actor. He is phenomenal. Have you ever seen his one-man show? Well, you should. It's up on YouTube. He's a great dude, great voice actor, and he didn't write for those characters, he just played them. If you have a problem with it, go to the writer or the voice director. He's just the actor, and he is phenomenal, okay? He's good. So, that's who I think could play this big, sunshiny personality, and I'm referencing Tidus from Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I know, but he is very friendly, and and it's using something very close to James Arnold Taylor's natural speaking voice. It's just slightly pitched higher, but I still think he brings in that bright personality, that bright, energetic, everyone's friend kind of vibe.
I guess I'm up. Let's get started. Don't hurt yourself now. Hey, guess we're both new at this. No use saying sorry now. Hey, buddy, you should loosen up a little. It's great to have momentum. Always give it everything you've got. Enough moping. Let's go. What's on your mind? Spill it.
Who are you guys anyway? Guess I kinda overreacted. I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing. Tomorrow? Oh, really? Huh.
Now, this was the one wild card kind of fantasy voice pick for Frankie. Because when I was at work, because I have a 9-to-5 job, when I was at work, I was actually listening to voice actors so I can get more research to see who I should pick for these characters. And honestly, as soon as I had to go to my car, I turned off YouTube, turned on YouTube Music, put shuffle, and it started to play Ninja Sex Party. So I thought, wow, you know who has a really friendly voice? Danny Sexbag. Danny Sexbag could definitely... Danny Sexbag from Ninja Sex Party could definitely voice Frankie from CASTOFF. However, I couldn't get a voice clip of Danny Sexbag from Cartoon Network show that cannot be named, because when he appeared there, he actually did kind of an accent, kind of this weird character voice. So I didn't want to use that. And then I didn't want to get a clip from one of the Ninja Sex Party songs, because in a lot of the songs, they actually do little sketches between the songs where they just like play a little bit. And those are really funny. I love them. But I didn't want to risk being more copyrighted. So struck it down, stricken. So I just got a clip from Game Grumps where he tells a story. And it's probably not the best, but you know, it's the wild card pick. It's just a Hail Mary shot in the dark. If you like it, great. If not, well, yeah, that's what happens.
Never killed an animal. In fact, to show you what an amazing pussy I've been my entire life.
Okay.
There was a fly. There was like a little fruit fly once when I was a kid, and like it was kind of like on my like desk, and then it flew onto the floor, and I was just like on the floor looking at it, and I was like, "Hello, little fruit fly." And then my dad came in and he was like, "Hi, Don," and he like stepped on it and killed it accidentally.
Did you cry?
And I cried.
Aww.
I cried like fucking crazy over a fruit fly.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, and I'm like, murderer! So that's the degree to which I could not deal with animals getting hurt.
Okay, the next character of the 5-man band is Marina. Oh, Marina, don't... I'm sorry, it just reminds me of the Pebble and the Penguin. So, Marina, a gentle and caring inhabitant of a nearly deserted island, loves gardening and cooking, and acts as an older sister figure to Rory, has minor healing abilities. Now, Marina is kind of the mom friend of the group. You know, she's making sure everyone's okay, everyone's good. Hey, how you doing? Are you hungry? Do you need someone to talk to you? Do you need a juice box? Do you need do you need a hug? That sort of thing. And this was really hard for me, because that's not really my favorite character type. So I didn't know who to go to. And that was really hard for me. I even tried asking on the Discord group for Starfish Face and CASTOFF. And I was ignored. I'm not entirely sure why. It was just a simple question, but screw me, I guess. I must have burned down everyone's crops and poisoned their water supply while they weren't looking. But, so I was kind of left on my own. However, 2 options did come to mind. The first one was Kimberly Brooks. Because I'm not gonna lie, Marina kinda looks like Kimberly Brooks. So, Kimberly Brooks is a great actress. And she's been voice acting for a good while. So she could probably 100% do it. However, most of her more favorite... I want to talk for a living. Most of her more famous and more favorited characters are not this character type. So it was really kind of hard. I wanted to find someone who could sound motherly, but not like a mom. Because Marina is actually younger than Ariana. But instead I went with a mom anyway, because Kimberly Brooks does the mom in Doc McStuffins, so that's who I referenced. However, she still portrays this kind, caring energy that I think Marina has.
Oh, I know, sweetie, but the sooner I can find that splinter and get it out, the sooner you'll feel better. Doc, will you go get a magnifying glass and some tweezers out of my doctor's bag? There it is. Doc, hold this. I'm going to pull it out now. If you hold still, I promise I'll have that splinter out in no time.
It's true.
That's right. And here we go. There, all done, Luca. You're welcome, Luca. Now, just be careful the next time you reach into a bush.
Now, usually I have 3 picks. This time I only had 2. So, aside from Kimberly Brooks, I had Rashida Jones. Now, the reason I picked Rashida Jones is because Rashida Jones plays the kind of mom friend of the group in one of my favorite shows ever, Parks and Recreation, where she plays Ann Perkins. And Rashida Jones has done some voice acting. The problem is, when she does voice acting, she voice acts a snarky character. And I couldn't get a long enough voice clip of Rashida Jones in Parks and Rec that carried all that mom friend energy. So that was really annoying. So I did get happier parts of her performance in Klaus. And I know she was the love interest in Duncanville because Amy Poehler, who plays Leslie Knope in Parks and Rec, was the showrunner for Duncanville. And they must have really hit it off like for realsies in Parks and Recreation, the actors and the characters. So she immediately cast Rashida Jones as the love interest in Duncanville.
Well, not all of it. Actually, yeah, all of it. But check it out. I think it looks pretty good. Someone would have to be pretty stupid to want to leave this place now. Don't you think? You guess? Oh, wow, you have no idea what you've done, do you? Ugh, come on, I'll show you.
Wow, that election was nuts. All those crazy promises. Listen, I know you said politics wasn't your thing, and I'm sorry I dragged you into it. So I've prepared a resignation letter for you that will let you quit with dignity. You just have to sign it. My parents said to give this to your parents for having me over. I think they just wanted to prove they own wine.
So those are my 2 picks for Marina. I know maybe I could have done a third, but I was already taking a long time to try to do research and look up voice actors. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of voice actors and actresses. You know, just putting them all in one bundle. There are a lot of voice actors who can do that mom friend energy. I'm just not super familiar with it because, like I said, it's not my favorite character archetype, so I don't have it just remembered off the top of my head. Now, something that's a little bit more fun is Rory, the last of the 5-man band. Now, she's 16? Really? Damn, I thought she was younger. Cause she's short, like, not to be mean. It's not, I'm not saying it to hurt your feelings. It's more of it as a fact. Rory, a snarky tinkerer and self-proclaimed master thief, loud and boisterous but surprisingly capable. Now, for Rory, I actually went with 2 picks. It was kind of hard because Star's original video of her vocal headcanons only went to the main trio. It didn't include Marina and Rory. So I kind of was sailing off on my own. So I had to kind of remember who are like little gremlin annoying characters, but can actually, be likable. And for some reason, Kimiko Glenn came to mind. Kimiko Glenn has voiced several younger characters, and she was Nifty in Has-Been Hotel. And that's kind of not really what I was going for, because Nifty is like, yes, she is a little gremlin, but she's not a good little gremlin. She bad, she nasty. Oh, she nasty. But Kimiko Glenn is a great actress and did some Broadway stuff. So I did a little research and found this other character she did in The Lion Guard, and maybe it's a little too evilish, but I didn't want to go too sweet with something like Penny Parker in Spider-Verse, and I don't want to watch Kif, so this is what I'm referencing. Kimiko Glenn as Rory.
Ghost, the name's Cholong. You must be friends of the Red Pandas. Why? I'm just having fun. Circle of life. I follow my own rules. And maybe it's time I teach those furballs my most important rule. To never challenge me. You'll still have to see me to catch me. They'll never see me coming. Who are you? And what's that? I'm going!
And the final pick, I wasn't sure who I was gonna go with after Kimiko Glenn. I was just like, come on. Like this is hard. I guess I don't know as many characters like this as I thought, until I remembered that I loved Harriet the Spy. Harriet the Spy was an animated series adaptation of the book and the movie. It's its own thing, but it's animated. It's unfortunately it's on Apple Plus TV, whatever the hell that's called. But the actress who did the voice of Harriet was amazing, because Harriet in the show, Harriet the Spy, is a brat. She is awful. You could tell that she is definitely the daughter of two rich parents. Like, they have money. But she's the main character, and even though she's bratty and bossy, she's still very likable. You want to root for her. You still stand by her side, because she always pulls off those emotional moments in just the right time. So I thought, whoa, this would be perfect for a character like Rory, because Rory was initially heavily disliked by the readership until they learned a little bit more about her, and now she's well liked. So, and I was like, Harriet kind of has that same deal in Harriet the Spy. So I just thought it was a perfect fit.
Hey, I said I was sorry. Mom! Listen up, ma'am. I didn't come here to spy on birds, but I will if I have to. And you don't want that, because I'll win the competition. All that fancy equipment is no match for a good spy. It's not fair to the other bird spies. She has a crew and everything. You don't want her money, Mom. She's a meanie, and we need to teach her a lesson. My feet will be fine if we can just walk faster. Or can you not do that in those big boots? I wanted it to work. I did, but... Matthews... Ugh, now I knew the boy with the purple socks last name. Why did Mom have to spoil everything?
And there we go. There are my picks for fantasy voice cast for CASTOFF, the webcomic. I want to talk for a living. I will leave a link in the description below, and you can read it for yourself. I think it's cool. I think it's a fun read. It's that fantasy adventure that I totally dig, I'm totally into. And, the characters are likable, the story's interesting, the world's cool too, and the art is very nice. So, happy 11th year, CASTOFF. I hope to see the rest of the story. According to Star, we're a little over halfway done, which is odd to think of. Like, I don't know, I could just keep imagining stories with these characters, so I don't know what's going to happen, after that, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be a good ending. But we'll just have to wait and see. But until then, those are my picks for the characters. For Vector, it's either Yuri Lowenthal, Johnny Bosch, or Zeno Robinson. Ariana, we got Laura Bailey, Erica Lindbeck, and Brina Palencia. For Frankie, Sam Riegel, James Arnold Taylor, and Danny Sexbang from Ninja Sex Party, and Game Grumps. For Marina, because I love saying it like that because it's the way Tim Curry said it in The Pebble and the Penguin. For Marina, I have Kimberly Brooks or Rashida Jones, and for Rory, I have Kimiko Glenn and Beanie Feldstein. So if you have any other suggestions, just leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, maybe I'll do more of them, because like I said, I've been doing this for my friends for a while now with their characters, and myself for my characters, so maybe I'll do it for other characters too, if you'd like. But until then, see you next time. Oh, I love this song. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts now, and I'm in Traverse Town, the town where I met Goofy and Donald.